Hello out there, YouTubers. Well, I came back here. I don't know when I'm in the camera or not. I'm gonna try to sit on that perch over there. As this is a pretty special video, or it is to me. Why does that never look like I'm in there? I'm sitting right on that edge. I'm gonna put it over that way. I think that might be better. Be nice to have a person film. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. What's so special about this video to me is it's a sad video because we lost a fellow, I guess, woodhound, as a lot of people good. I'm not good at giving speeches or any of that kind of stuff. He passed away. He had a heart attack. His name was Chuck. I met him twice, and he did sign the saw up at the Bunyan show. And just a few, maybe 4 weeks ago, he did a lot of fantastic videos, and he did the drone videos up at Brad's house. The man always had a smile on his face. I never saw, he was just the greatest guy that you'd ever want to know, and I really wanted to continue the relationship and know him more because he was such a nice man, and he was very, very knowledgeable. And he had a sawmill, and he also, I think, sold firewood. I'm just not quite that sure of all those little things. But I'd heard that he had a heart attack and was in the hospital. And I don't know if you recall, but at the Brad thing, somewhere along the line before even that happened, I had that cherry tree that came down in the back, and it had the burls. And I said, if anybody wanted them, they could have them. And he hooked up real quick. He says, I want those burls. I want those burls. And I said, great, you can have them. I'm glad that, he sells wood and stuff like that, and I don't really sell that stuff. And he could have a use for them or not have a use for them. They went to somebody that wanted them because I was just going to turn them into firewood. Well, before I went up to Brad's, I wasn't going to go to Brad's. Then I was going to go, and then anyhow, I came back here at probably 12 o'clock that night and loaded up. It was either 2 or 3. I don't remember how. The last one I couldn't pick up, and it's still back there. Well, I heard he was in the hospital, and every time I drove by and saw that, I thought of him and thought of him and thought of him. And being old and senile, I do not want to forget about him, so I'm going to find a place. There's one burl back there, and it'll probably go at the new sawmill. Because we're going to move the turtles and stuff up there, and I'll probably make a turtle for him with his name on it, because that's a person you just don't want to forget. He was such a nice person and such good memories of the short time we knew, and I don't really understand why he was taken so early, other than I guess the good Lord or God or whoever needs good people to help him, and you're not going to find a better person than Chuck was. So anyhow, that's if you don't remember the one burl, and every time I come back here, I'm going to take you off the camera. Every time I come back here, even before he went in the hospital and I saw that's Chuck's. That's Chuck's. And every time I come around, there it is. I'm sitting there going, how am I going to get to him? Well, we had decided that I was going to take it up to the Bunyan show in the fall if I get a place up there and give it to him. Or he really doesn't live all that far from here, but man, how things change in just a moment, how it changes one person and a lot of lives and all that kind of stuff. So best luck to Deb. My prayers are with her, even though I really don't honestly pray a whole lot, but I do wish her real well and wish the whole family real well. So that's about it. I was coming back here. See you later, Chuck. I was coming back here. This was one of those poplar trees that I got a week or two ago. I don't know how long it was, maybe a week or two. I cleaned it off, and I thought, well, it's triple-hearted, so it's not going to be all that great of wood, but it's just something to saw. I took you can see all the rocks and stuff in there. I already tried to do that. I got to clean this mess off of it. It does have a big, I guess, crack in it. It's straight one heart up here, so there must just been limbs coming out of it down there. I don't know. Anyhow, well, I came back here a while ago and I said, well, I'm going to start playing with the saw because I haven't been back here in a while. it is so muddy. It was so muddy back here, you can't really see here, but can you see the chips in here? Maybe you can see how it's chocolate. I covered it in here with those chips from the chipper, the telephone pole chips. So that makes it a lot nicer, so I'm not squishing so bad. But anyhow, I come back here and found out that I never tightened that saddle up that holds the bearing there. It was bouncing around big time. I saw that when I cut those trims, when I was cutting some of that up. So I figured, well, maybe I'll bring you guys back here and show you me checking the lead. Now I backed this guide here off. That guide's still in the same spot. And it might work, it might be all right, might not. I won't know until I get the lead chuck. But I know I don't think I changed that. When I mess with those things, I only change one at a time. And I know this one here is loose, so I know which one I had. And you don't want those touching your guides. You can't really see it, but this one here is not touching the guides. And I do it in two places. So I'm going to just kind of show you me doing it. And this is the second place I checked. It's set at 3/16, which is just too strong. And how I do it is I just measure it here. Of course, now you can't see it, can you? Because I'm in the way. Oh, darn it. Let me put you up here. Sometimes I don't think about that, and I should think a little bit more of it. How about if I do this? I can see that, and I'll zoom in a little bit, but you still won't see the measurement unless I take you down there to it. But all I do is measure it into the tooth, like so. And right now I'm set dead nut on 8. Now I can bring it down and show you. Which, I'm not in any big hurry, except for I only got 30 minutes. Let's see. I'm doing the best I can with one hand. It just don't work. You don't want to touch the blade either, but it's sitting there. You can see it. It's. I don't know if that. I guess I'm zoomed in the wrong way. So it's on 8 right now. And then I turn the blade without touching the blade. I don't think you should touch the blade when you're doing that. I don't know that you would change it. So now I'm going to roll that around to where it comes up back here. And I'm just going to roll. I don't know if you're in the camera or not. I'm just rolling off one of these wheels. One of these. And that's the green mark right there. Can you see the green mark? So now I'm going to grab the carriage way back here. I want to stay away from that #1 head block. And what's nice about this carriage is I can just kind of push it. I don't think I can push that other carriage. And I'm going to measure it again. Well, let me zoom you back. Now it's going to say 8 3/16 because I already checked it. But I'm just kind of showing you how I do it. Or it should. Once again, trying to do this with one hand. Can you? I don't know whether you guys can see that or not, but it's at 3/16, which is too much. You want like what the book says is 1/8 of an inch on 10 feet. So that's you figure that's only 4 foot basically. So you want 1/16 on 4. Now what I do, which nobody else does, you can't see it, I got an orange mark. I check it twice just to see if I can come up with the same numbers. Because you should. They might be different numbers, but they should be the same amount. How about if I say it that way? Because your blade can be a little. Now there should be an orange one coming up right about there because I check it at 90 degrees out. Well, it made a liar out of me. It'll come up 90 degrees out to that. It'll put the green one down at the bottom, I think. I know I got an orange one. There it is. I don't know that you guys can see that. but I'm going to recheck it again anyway. I hear people. I don't normally hear people. This is not an area where you hear people if they're not up there shooting. And once again, I come up with the same 3/16. Now if I roll that back, then it should come to 8 inches on the money. So I'm going to, let's see where you're at. You're going to see me roll it off that wheel, and I'm going to get it back to there, and then we'll take you in. Because I don't want to touch the blade, but what you guys can't see is even this is loose down here. I forgot to tighten that up too. There's a set down in there that I forgot to tighten. That looks good. Now I got to bring the carriage back, which, let me see if you guys can see. You'll see it moving. And I can grab it all the way back here at the back, which is probably the best spot for it. That's one nice thing about a little carriage. That big mill was kind of a bear to adjust. But now I got it dead in the middle and forgot my, and this should read 8. Now this is the procedure I go through when I set this. Now this should come out. Can you see? I'm wiggling. I'm trying to look in the tape and do everything at the same time, and I ain't too good. It's 8. Or it's close enough to 8 that I'm calling it 8. So that means it's got 3/16 lead, which 3/16 lead is 0.1875, and I want 3/32 lead, which is 9/37, or it's half of what it is. So I need to move that blade this way, or this way, or the back of it that way. So because this is the one that was loose, I'm going to loosen that up and move it that way. Of course, I probably forgot my wrenches. I know I forgot my wrenches. Daggone it. I know they might be. I got the Kubota today. No, maybe this is. I gotta go over to the Kubota, guys. See if I got what I'm looking for. I still didn't come prepared. Yeah, I got a couple wrenches over there. So I want to come up 9.09. I forget what I said. Now I want to put this on it. I want to come this way. So I want to zero it at this point here. I zero my gauge. Tap it a couple times so it comes in. I want to go to 9. I want to go to right there. So I could set it at, I got 9:37, so I'll set it at 9. So as it goes in, I just got to go to the 0. So what I'm going to do, I think this might be the wrench for that. Camera's in the way, guys. I'm going to have to move you out of the way. Because I'm going to be changing this one here because that's the one that was loose. And I just tightened it up so when it was running it wasn't going goofy. And I want to push this way. So it's going to be coming this way, so I'm going to loosen this one first if this is the right wrench. It is. That's good. Loosen that. Now I want to loosen this. and I'm watching that. I want that to go to 0. And once it's on 0, I'm good to go. If you're following that, might need a bigger wrench. That moved it. Oh, too far. That's 0. Now, I gotta tighten this one up. You don't need a big wrench to move these. Still on 0. Still on 0. You think you can see that or watch that, but you can't watch that little bit going. Still on 0. Oh, came off 0. Now let's see if I can send it back with this one. Yep. Now I gotta send it back a little further with this one. It's at 1 right now, 1,000. That's good. I think that tightened up. Yeah, that tightened up. Where's that big wrench? I'm at 1, so this I went bonkers on that one. It must have been hitting that, and it's not where I want it. So that's why I put a micrometer on. I know where I want it. It went too far. So now I gotta bring it back. I don't know what I did wrong, but sometimes they seat in. That broke. Well, just when you think you got something going on, those things break all the time. I really wasn't planning on that. I didn't put any pressure on it. I said it might have been loose for a long time, but crap. That didn't make my day. Just when you think something's going to happen. That's been bad for a while, it looks like. Not broken though, because you can see it's been broken before. You can see the weld. I don't know if you're in there, but here's where it just came off, but all that had been, you can see where it's discolored. So this has been bad for a long time. It was just waiting to happen, and actually I'm kind of glad it happened when I wasn't sawing, guys. So crap, I gotta go to the parts department. See, I know I got some more of those. That's the first one I ever broke, but that was not, I did not break that one the first time. But to get that in there, I got to pull that whole mandrel out. You got to pull that whole mandrel out. Well, you don't have to pull it out. Well, I might be able to lean it up. It's got a part that goes down through that whole piece, a bolt that goes through, because it bolts up from underneath. And well, that changed my plans for today. I'm going to the parts department and see if I can't route up another one of those. There's words for this, and I usually use them, but thank goodness for YouTube, I'm being good. But I'm leaving all that up there. If I get this done within a time frame. Now I might take it down to Jeffrey's. If I grind all that out and grind it out, put it back together and take it down to Jeffrey's, he could weld that. But I just as soon not. So I'm gonna call quits on this one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can't like this one because I don't even like this one. But it was going good until that thing just broke. You see those things broke all the time. That's why I had such a little wrench on there. You just don't want to go showering down on those things, and I never have, and It was just, it fatigued where it was fatigued before. So thanks for being here. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'll put this on tonight, and I'll probably do a short of it. Guess what happened now? I got no idea. Boy, I'm at the bottom of the barrel right now. So we'll see you guys later, and I'll bring you back. Bye bye. Oh, do me a favor. Go by Chuck. I forgot to mention, and I always forget a lot of things. I apologize for bringing Chuck back up again, but he's worth it. His YouTube channel was Iron and Oak Sawmill. Go down there right now. They need a lot of support. So do me a favor, everybody out there, go down and hit the like button and the subscribe button. That would help Deb out, I think, a lot and mean a lot to her. So I'd appreciate it if you do that for me. Instead of hitting like here, go down there and hit like there for me. Check Chuck out. You'll always see a smile on that man's face, and I really miss him. So we'll see you later. Bye-bye.